been visited by the spirit of cute white boy. Main tank differential will come your way, but only if you spam go see dub go.
Joey baby! The truth is obvious. The guilty party sits among us. It is none other than Mario!
If you accept the definition that a word is some letters surrounded by a gap, then knop it.
podcast is sponsored by the amazing members of this community who are running for captain. V, Turtleshell, and Hayden have decided to run for captain, and as members of this community, it would be greatly appreciated if you could vote for them so we could have some British representation in the draft. Thank you so much for watching, and now back to our scheduled programming.
Welcome back to the British Weekly Brawl, whatever. British Weekly, bi-weekly British Brawl. There you go, Proving Grounds. We've got a a little bit of a matchup today. It is Straight Ahead versus Joe Biden, or Joe Biden, I suppose, 46th president of the United States from Delaware. That guy, he's a real gamer, I've heard. Starting out on Rialto here. I don't know. There's not a whole lot going on currently. We're just, waiting for the teams to get ready. Straight Ahead has the roster of Hydrofurin, Offbeat, Obi-Wan, Clockwise, Jimmy Blanca, and Bunny. While the team of Joe Biden has Q White Boy, Satbi, Pomku, or FaZe Pomku, I suppose, Stack Overflow, Music Man, and Paracelsus. I know that cousin, he's not really experienced here in Britain, or at least in this part of Britain, I suppose. But, you have any thoughts, or head empty?
I don't know what the meta is. I'm guessing it's probably like Ash Ball, maybe some Zen or something like that. I know of some players in here. I know Jimmy and Bunny and Obi-Wan and some other people. I mean, I guess it'll be a good game. It looks pretty fun.
Overwatch.
Both teams are quite stacked, to be honest. So I'm happy to jump in.
Here. We're here. We're gaming. We're jumping. We're popping. We're dropping. Starting on Rialto here. This is B League. I'm expecting a bit of the rush.
Yeah.
Well, I've been proven wrong by at least one of these teams, considering the side. Excuse me, the blue team. I'm just gonna say blue because I'm not gonna be able to memorize this on a little bit short notice. The blue team has locked a spam comp. Really, it's hard spam, really good poke damage, Farah, Hanzo, really good, like just good in general. And the side of Joe Biden, or Red, I suppose, has just locked good old classic rush. I'd say this is definitely a very good map to play this spammy, pokey, a bit of a cowardly double shield type of play that could definitely work here against the rush. Starting out here, I mean, kind of just going right now. We went on the Farah, dealing some damage, just peeking over the roof for the pocket of Jimmy Blanca.
I'm interested to see what this Vera can get done. You know, they need to get value out of it, otherwise it's not going to work out for them.
Pharah is very good in the rush, as long as Obi-Wan can play it well enough just to get a lot of spam and poke. Clockwise, though, getting really dangerously low already, needs to back up from this position. They're just kind of walking at them right now. They're not really playing like spam. They're, yeah, Jimmy Blanca has perished, and there goes the lamp of Bunny. And really, this is just easy pickings for the side of Joe Biden. They can kind of just walk into them and kill them.
Yeah, I do think that the blue team maybe should have had a Zen instead of the BAP and just played like full spam, just back up as long as possible, let like Obi-Wan farm and break their shield, right? Otherwise, you get to the point right now where you just lose the fight and now you're staggered forever.
I mean, I wasn't sure entirely, but I think they were just on low ground, so they were just able to walk in them basically for free. And that, I would assume, is part of the issue as to why they immediately fell over, like, wet paper, I suppose. Clockwise does get a solid dragon, though, but trading that for Bunny. Clockwise on the Hanzo, picking up 2, killing both the supports of Joe Biden. But the shatter from C-Dub is absolutely massive and should clean up this fight for them, just barely. Honestly, that was pretty solid for this from the side of straight ahead. I mean, they really only used one ult there, and they did stall it for at least a little bit and got a couple picks, so they can definitely make a stand on second here. Obi-Wan has to get big value out of this barrage, or else really they're just going to give up second basically for free.
Yeah.
Flux coming in here for offbeat, and Flux barrage combo, not something you see every day. Does pick off C-Dub, but trades in for Jimmy Blanca. You really can't be losing, you can't be trading out in these fights. You need to be winning them very hard, because the longer the fights last in rush, you're really just going to lose more value, because they're just going to be getting those support ults over and over again. Finally, it seems like the side of straight ahead has stabilized just a little bit. They've relieved some of the pressure that the relentless rush comp from Joe Biden has been putting on them. And now, hopefully, Obi-Wan can get off this funny Pharah hero, because really aren't going to be able to do too much without a Mercy or even just a Zen Orb.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to get off the Mercy for a while. They're gonna have to commit for it for a couple of fights.
Great Maywells coming up from both sides, leading to no picks though. The defensive wall coming in, and just a shatter coming in from Hydru Furin doesn't get any picks though, and now he drops to high ground or to low ground and just gets kind of dominated. Jimmy Blanca as well falls. The blizzard from Sack Overflow is just making this a breeze of a fight.
Yeah, that blizzard was pretty big for locking down everybody else and just cleaning up the fight there. Yeah, it's tough for the blue team, because they had the Pharah for the entire time and they just never had a chance to swap. So now they're on pretty much mirror. They do have a Sigma instead of a Diva, but so they might want to play a bit slower. But other than that, it's basically mirror.
Speed High Noon game coming from Pomku. Absolutely massive, picks up 3, and blows from Clockwise is eaten. That's horrific for the side of straight ahead. I don't think you can come back from this at this point. You have a Flux and a window, and that's really about it.
Yeah, this Flux needs to get so much value. It basically needs to take out at least the BAP and the Rhine for it to be, you know, salvageable.
They have a window here which could definitely provide some follow-up, but they just need to even stabilize for a second here. Window Firestruck coming in. Absolutely huge Flux coming in. Gets Pomku. That's a start. The window comes in from Bunny as well. They should be able to just hold on here even for a second. It just seems like they finally actually stabilized without really being down in a staggered fight on the comp they want to be on, and now it's just looking like a 3rd point Rialto hold, at least for the moment.
Yeah, they finally swapped their comp correctly, and you know, was able to match the aggression from especially Cute White Boy. His Ryan has been kind of key for them pushing into the attacking point. It's just kind of hard to play the hybrid comp, right? Or massive.
Big shatter coming in from Cute White Boy, leading to 2 crucial picks down the Rhine and the Baptiste. Obi-Wan does pick up 2 though, so this could definitely be a fight they could win just later on, because right now you can't really win when basically your entire team is dead except Clockwise, who's about on death's door right now, I'd say. Barely gets the cryo out. They should be able to touch. Hopefully, yep, there comes the beat from JB Blanca in. Wall comes in from clockwise as well, isolating the tanks. Q out by falls. And now they really are just on the back foot here. You have to get out of this fight. You can't win without your Rhine and a Rush Mirror. It's not happening.
That was a really good fight from straight ahead there. You know, they did lose most of their players, but they did get that BAP, so there was no healing for Joe Biden. So like you can't take that engage. You have to back up here.
Especially right now, honestly, this isn't the worst position for Joe Biden to be in. They have 4 ults, and all the side of straight ahead has really is a Window and a Blizzard, and they're not even full on those right now. Window and Beat used simultaneously gets the mech of Offbeat, and there goes the Blizzard from Stack Overflow. Finally, the tank line of straight ahead has died, and this should be a pretty easy push here as long as there's no weird random pick coming in from Obi-Wan. Sappy does fall, and the Blizzard comes out from clockwise, so that could lead to something. Music Man as well falls, Paracelsus' lamp goes down, and this might actually be a barely staggered fight for the side of straight ahead. The wall comes in, and now Q White Boy is just running from the entirety of the death ball of straight ahead just to try and escape. Obi-Wan as well picks up a late pick on the Pomku, and now they're just being staggered. Hydroforeign picked up 2 on the ball. I mean, these are
really
fights
nice
they really should not be winning in any
really
sense
nice
of the
job.
word.
I mean, they just peeled backwards. Right? They just kited away. They used Mail, B, and what was it?
Male,
Fine, I
B,
believe.
and Window, I believe.
And Window,
it was.
yeah, they used them all in combination to push them, but they just kited backwards. And as soon as their ults are done, they just come back in and stagger and win the fight.
Wait, absolutely massive combo from the
Really
the
good.
Kree and the Rhine, breaking the shield and getting the shatter off. Pomku now just clicking on heads currently through this window. This guy, a bit of a gamer.
Yeah,
Just
that
picks up
was
4, I believe it was.
Yeah, that was really nice setup there. You just high noon into the shield, break the shield, shatter. Like, there's nothing you can do there.
But the Saturn coming in here from straight ahead, they can touch and they kill Music Man. And Offbeat is, or Sappy is, the bot from Offbeat, never mind. Alright, the bot from Offbeat literally has to kill 6 here. It does kill Pomku.
1.
And, wait, the Blizzard is huge too. They can just stay on for, as long as Obi can punch onto the cart here just for a second, they're making OT. It's very possible the lamp comes in here, the Window as well, they're at least gonna be able to get to OT, which is, I mean, better than what this atrocious defense honestly was, or the first 2 points rather. And yep, so Joe Biden is cleaning up the fight, but they came into third with almost 5 minutes, and they're leaving it with none. It was a very valiant effort from straight ahead after finally realizing, hey, this funny Pharah character is not very good when we can't spam into them at all when we're just, dead.
Yeah, it's just a clean up fight now. Yeah, so I mean, they were just stuck on. They decided to do a poke comp at the start. I think they should have run a Zen instead of the Baptiste, and just kited away. But it didn't work out for them. So then they had to kind of swap, but they kind of didn't fully swap. So they went on a hybrid comp with the Pharah. Then they won the fight, and then the Pharah never went back to spawn to swap. So they were just stuck on the Pharah forever. And then Joe Biden wins one fight. That's it. They fully swap, and then they start getting a bit bit more contestable, more close, more rush style fights. I was interested to see the Sigma instead of the Diva, and they played it quite well. They really did a good job of kiting backwards.
Sig provides a lot of value just with the second shield, so you can take more damage as well. You can take fights faster, or not necessarily faster, but you have more chance to punish a Rhine who's out of position, or just like if your Kree is not in range to flash him, you can still rock him and then just walk at them very hard. Also, Flux is a really good ult, even with the Baptiste, or even with like the Baptiste lamp and the sound barrier. It's still just a way to get cooldowns out of your enemy, or ultimates even, that are important, that you can take that fight, either in that immediate fight or the fight after, more advantage when you don't have support ults from the enemy.
Yeah, I mean,
Straight ahead again is trying this Pharah comp, and hopefully it works better than what happened to them last game or last round.
Yeah. It's interesting to see them run with the Rhine. Why not play ball with a Zen and just put a lot of pressure, a lot more synergy with maybe the Hanzo can play Tracer instead. But we'll have to see.
Playing honestly with Pharah, I would say that Ana is the best pick for flex support just because of how much utility Ana provides with the nano boosts and the sleeps and the anti-nades, as well as just the synergy it can provide with tanks. So you can play like Balsig or just a Winston in general if you want to. Winston's a bit of a risky pick because you really don't have a lot of. You can't support the Winston as well when you're playing a Pharah because you have to peel for the Pharah and such. While we were yapping about a comp, Straight Ahead kind of just got their teeth kicked in by the rush comp of Joe Biden. Obi-Wan is coming up on this barrage though, which is really the key for them here. The shatter comes in from Q White Boy. Actually does pick up 2, but there's not really any follow-up because you can't risk going in off that. Paracelsus as well drops a window but loses their life in return. But the Fire Strike and Sotby just in general existing has made this a very winnable fight for Joe Biden, even with the respawns coming in from Straight Ahead.
Yeah, they just played that really well. Obi-Wan is not getting enough value from the Pharah. He's not forcing out the lamp so that Hydro can really put pressure onto Q White Boy. Right now, they're playing the rush perfectly. Oh,
Jimmy Blanca again falls to the high noons, and now what is Pharah gonna do without a Mercy into a comp with a McCree and a Diva, even with a Lucio just poking at you though? The shatter from Hydroferin is absolutely massive, picking up 3, and the Dragon as well follow up. D-Max Sotby as well. This is what they needed. I just don't think this Pharah is enough of really a boon for them to continue running it. Like just going maybe McCree or something just to provide value in the short term for your Rhine here. The Rhines both pin into each other. Obi-Wan comes with the barrage. Does pick off Music Man though. The Blizzard from Stack Overflow picks up most of them, but with the lamp, I believe, from Bunny, it wasn't really able to get much. And now it's just cleanup here. They didn't cap as fast as Joe Biden. However, they still have pretty okay time, I'd say.
yeah, it was a really good shot from Hydro. He straight up Shredder into clean up. Yeah, I don't like the Pharah. It's not getting the value that it needs to. Maybe put that one back in the workshop. Maybe scrim a bit. Practice a bit.
Well, this is a weekly tournament. We don't always have the time to practice and realize, hey, the Pharah, not particularly.
Maybe after the first attempt on it. Maybe just put it back in the lock.
Shatter gets blocked from C-Dub, but the wall comes in, does manage to isolate Hydrofurin, and now they really should be in a pretty decent spot to just win this fight off of just a Shatter, and that's really good for the ult economy.
I honestly think that Maywall made that fight there. That Maywall split off Hydra, and they couldn't shoot the wall through and get the lamp into him fast enough, so that he just kind of died. Yeah, that was. It's nice to see that Straight Ahead are swapping now. They are going to the Hanzo McCree. They'll probably swap to May after he uses his ult. But yeah, they really need to get some clean fights here to make sure they have a good time to get a push going.
So Straight Ahead has swapped to more of a rush comp here, but they haven't fully switched because they try to run away, and then they just end up going back into the crosshairs of Pomku. That's a good exit frag onto Cute White Boy, but I don't think that's going to be enough. They seem to be wanting to commit here, though. The bomb in return, absolutely massive, just saying, no, you can't go in off that pick onto our Ryan and I believe our McCree. That's not happening here. This is my car, and we're listening to the music I want to listen to. I don't know, that was a weird tangent, but you get the point. They're still in control.
Yeah, that was an interesting engage.
Yeah. Window comes in from a high ground from Paracelsus, and the Blizzard as well. The wall is absolutely massive, completely isolating, or completely splitting in half Straight Ahead. You cannot do anything in that fight. That is just monstrous play from Stack Overflow to completely decimate the side of Straight Ahead.
Yeah,
they perfectly isolated the back line and the front line, and now you're just dead.
Yeah, this isn't going well. They really need to get a good fight right now. Otherwise, it's looking like a second point hold. They just need to they need to force Cute White Boy into a situation where he can't get help. Right now it's
Q White Boy
um,
shatters nothing, but Pomku
I mean,
kills Obi-Wan.
they don't need it, obviously.
Oh no, it's wait. Maybe this is winnable. I mean, Q White Boy did isolate himself, and Offbeat's very dangerously close to getting demeched here. And Clockwise picks up 2. This is going to be a very, very scrappy fight, but I'd say Straight Ahead has a pretty decent shot here, especially with Clockwise just now getting this Blizzard. As long as Sotby doesn't eat it, this is exactly what you need. And Sotby can eat it, and the wall is huge, isolating both tanks, but somehow Hydroferin falls in the back line. On the recontest, B comes in from Jimmy Blanca. Just you need some extra push to get enough DPS to win this fight, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think this is looking like a Joe Biden hole on Rialto second, you know, widely considered to be like just the worst.
Yeah, I think they should have maybe not gone in on that fight there. They should have probably backed off, waited for their Diva to get back so they could, you know, actually eat damage and put a full 6v6, because right now it's a stagger fight. So yeah, unlucky for them, but they could still win here.
Oh no, Jimmy Blanca, it's just not enough. This is the Straight Ahead looked like they were so close to putting everything together, and then just the rush play is so good from the side of Joe Biden that they can't do anything, and that's match point. Yeah, I mean there really wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I would say a lot of that came down to how Pomku and Q White Boy were playing together. Because, like, look at this. They broke the shield, and then they got the shot. Oh wait, no, that was a different fight. However, Pomku good was my point. You know, you understand.
Yeah, it's you know it's interesting to see that, you know, that their poke comp. I got the idea of it. It just, you know, it didn't work out. And then when they talked to Rush, it was never in their favor. They never had, you know, when you talk to Rush against a team already playing Rush, it's not going to go well. You know, they already probably have ults and can ult cycle you pretty well. So you need to outplay them, right? You need to either, if you're going to use a Mei ult, you need to eat the Mei ult, or you need to outplay it so well. But they just never had a good opportunity to do that. Maybe next map they can, you know, realize that their mistakes and just maybe match them on the rush and just go rush versus rush and beat them there.
I really think that they're like, it's just like a little bit that they're missing. I don't know if it was really them just not playing Rush there. I think definitely like that Farrah comp in theory should work. It's just that they weren't executing it well enough, really, and it was just a little unfortunate. Coming on to Hollywood here, I can definitely see a little bit changing. You know, this isn't as much of a rush map, I'd say. There's a little bit of a different. I'd say it's a little bit more. Excuse me, a little bit more double bubble oriented. So I could definitely see either side pulling it out. I mean, Q White Boy, you know, kind of a Winston player. I've heard in the rumblings with experience, you know, managing him and I believe playing against him a little bit. Yeah, he's a bit of a freakazoid at the Winston here. So if Joe Biden can just pull out a disgusting double bubble, this just looks like curtains for Straight Ahead.
Yeah, Hollywood is it's a tough map, especially if they can get the double bubble working. It works pretty well. You can still run, you know, rush pretty well if you play it fast enough at a high enough tempo. But we'll have to see who comes out on top here.
I believe we have a few substitutions here. Let's see. I'm waiting on them. So Arc, I still can't say this player. I'm gonna call him Arc. Arc comes in for Clockwise on the side of Stack Overflow, or Stack Straight Ahead.
Long day.
You could say so. Okay, I think that's actually the only substitution, unless my eyes are just failing me. Actually, no. Daniel is coming in on DPS.
DPS. Okay.
The legendary 1600 Warlord. I don't
Yeah, something
remember
like that.
specifically.
Something like that.
Something like that, around there. Actually, I believe, yeah, one more sub. It was Seraphim coming in for the side of straight ahead, and oh wait, one more. Terrorshell coming in from Music Band as well. Okay. There. Now, these rosters looking a little bit spicy, considering they've changed a couple of things. Still, I'd say a pretty decent core from both these teams. And
Oh.
it looks like Joe.
Oh.
They're really trying to run this this anti-rush comp. I respect it, but yeah.
We'll have to see. Obviously, last map they didn't get value from the Pharaoh. This map might be a bit better. They also have the Bastion, right? So that solves their problem of them just walking into him. You can't walk into a Bastion with your shield, because if they're set up properly, he'll just melt your shield and then melt you. So in practice, it's a good idea to melt the shields, force the lamp out, so then Obi-Wan can do whatever he wants. But let's see if Joe Biden just sort of reads this and just goes, yeah, sure, and then we'll just kill the Pharaoh and then walk into you.
I mean, they don't even need to kill the Pharaoh as long as they can get, like, this is exactly what they should be doing. They're taking a pretty safe angle, so they're not taking as much poke, so they're saving all the damage in the shield to get down to Cafe. And now they're going through the stairway, and now they're going to take more, so they're waiting for the shield and the DM to recharge. And so the side of straight ahead can't do anything. And now they're going into Cafe. And now the Bastion can do very little as they walk behind them and probably pin the Bastion into death. Probably. Actually, Obi-Wan is quite close to a barrage. The lamp is killed from Paracelsus, and Daniel does fall in the May, as well as Q-Wepa is completely isolated from the rest of his team. Obi-Wan is on the ground, though. I don't think that's where a Pharaoh should be. Window comes in from Paracelsus to try and scrounge something from this fight. An absolutely massive pull barrage coming in from Obi-Wan destroys the tanks. Obi-Wan does lose his life in return, but this is how you should be playing a poke comp into rush. You're just trying to deal as much damage as you can to get your ults before they can, walk at you.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're playing there. I mean, I guess it's the better position, but I mean they could have taken the first fight up on main rooftop just there on the right. But it's fine. They're playing where they're playing in Cafe, so they're just looking to poke. They did, you have to use the barrage there. They do have flux for next fight, so they can
barrage
flux.
Is it's more of a cooldown into rush.
Yeah.
Also, these pulls from Hydro Ferrarin are absolutely crucial into just getting them enough damage to build these ults fast enough that they're just trying to speed into Cafe and just play close enough behind them.
Wow.
And the flux is absolutely massive there, even with the lamp dealing so much damage to them. Seraphim on the low ground just dealing so much damage with the hyper spears from the Sigma, and that's just another pretty one fight, I'd say, unless something incredible happens, and it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The flux with the Bastion, especially if you're gonna run into them, is pretty demolishing. The lamp was used. It saved them, but not for long. It was kind of over after that. Just the damage, the full flux into Bastion, just shredding. It's rough to survive.
I must say it is a little bit cringe to play Bastion, but I'd say they're playing into rush, so it's about worth it. Also, Obi-Wan is hiding. Never mind, he has made his presence known by shooting a single rocket. Obi-Wan is actually doing quite a bit here. Oh, wait. Oh, Pomku from security destroys the Fair Mercy duo, and Arc pops the Bastion tankle. I think Sappy's bomb is too far up. Oh, no, never mind. Slides over the roof, and
you approve of mom.
Stays up there long enough just to win that fight using 6 ults.
Yeah, I mean, they did use a lot of ults, but they got the point, so that doesn't matter, I guess.
I mean, yeah, that's really about it there. They've I would say it was still pretty scrappy, but they did manage to hold it for a decent while on first. It's pretty nice, I must say. Okay, holding on the high ground again. I think they're trying to swap to rush, but you really can't when you have a bastion. With Hagio going over to the Rhine. Barrage coming in from Obi-Wan actually kind of gets saved by Pomku, flashing him out of it so he couldn't just be stuck in midair. And now just the poke coming in should be enough to just win them this fight.
Yeah, I feel like maybe an Echo would be better.
I completely disagree with you because Pharah has
Okay.
really, really good splash damage. And splash damage is important into Rush because they're always going to be playing so close together that you're going to get a lot, not even necessarily getting kills, but just getting enough ult charge to get Barrage off cooldown is very important. I'm sorry, if I didn't mean to seem rude.
No, I just feel like the at the moment the Pharah's good, but you already have a Bastion, right? So you kind of...
Oh, a little bit of anti-synergy there. Obi-Wan booping them out. The Flux.
Oh, wow.
They should still be able to win this fight off that Flux with Seraphim kind of just 1v1ing Pomku, it seems.
Yeah.
And now it's just another one fight there. But they did invest a decent amount using the Valkyrie and the Flux, I believe it was.
Yeah, but I think you take those. The Flux you'll get back. Seraphim's already at 31%, so doesn't really matter. I think it's going to be hard for this rush to work. They need to get up and push them off the high ground. Especially as Bastion, right? The Bastion is going to be playing so far back that it's going to be impossible to take a fight without the Bastion shredding your shields. So
it's also going to be really hard with them on the Reaper instead of the Maid because you can't deny the Bastion LOS. Okay, the window does just kill Ark though because he was not playing behind his team's shield.
yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Rock Shatter! I haven't seen that one in a bit, but the lamp just completely denies it. And Hydroforin's put back on his back as well, and now it's just a really silly fight, honestly, because, Seraphim's just kind of been left. RAP.
Honestly, that beat from Total Shot was massive there. It really helped them force their... Okay,
Oh,
maybe.
he's must be swapping. There's no way you're staying on this Pharah on third. Yeah, they're swapping.
No,
Obi-Wan on the Maid?
That beat was pretty good. It just saved them. Let them go aggressive. Right now they're kind of cap point and force their aggression. Yeah, they just capped. Okay.
Seraphim having this Flux here is very important, especially with the side of Joe Biden having really no support ults right now other than the lamp, which is a cooldown, whatever.
It's basically a no.
Daniel, coming in from the side here, is about to get discovered by Ark and probably about to get dominated. Nope. A little bit of whiffing from both sides there, I must say. Daniel, a little bit isolated, right, kind of just walking away. Okay. And they falls to Obi-Wan. And that's about it. Paracelsus uses the window there. Hydrofurin does fall in return. Now Bunny as well, being down your right in your BAP is just terrible in a rush mirror. It's going to be so hard to win without basically the core of the comp in the Baptiste and the Rhine. It's just looking like, and the late kill in the Arc as well. They can still just get more kills because of the lamp here. The Shatter is pretty big against both supports, but there's no follow-up because your entire team is dead. And it just looks like it's just going to be it wasn't like an incredible time bank, but getting about 30 seconds on Hollywood is nothing to sneeze at, really, unless something wondrous comes in here. And the just great zoning ults from the side of Joe Biden to really deny them any chance of a recontest.
Yeah, there's not much to say. That last point there, especially on that last fight, they just kind of completely killed their DPS. The shot was massive, but there was no one to follow up. And after that, it was just sort of cleaning up for Joe Biden. There wasn't much they straightforward could really do to counter them. The Bastion and the Pharah worked out for a while, but Joe Biden just completely ignored the Bastion for most of it. It didn't seem like the Bastion got as much value as it maybe should have. So interesting to see what they'll play on attack. I'm guessing probably rush. Looks like a rush versus rush. So we'll have to see who comes out better.
I think that they can, if they start off on rush, because they haven't yet. I think if they start out on the rush, this is a winnable scenario for the side of straight ahead. Daniel and the Torbjorn, interesting pick. Torbjorn's, honestly, I'm gonna say it. Torbjorn, he's a little underrated, at least into rush, because his ult is disgusting with how much damage it can deal to heroes with armor.
Yeah.
So you put it in choke, and then what is your Ryan gonna do? It deals 250 damage per second to armor, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if they get it off, you know, if they just kite, because this type of rush is more about kiting and playing, you know, for ults and stuff, they can really do a lot of damage to this rush. Slow it down.
Okay, so the turret from Daniel has fallen. Great start for the side of straight ahead. They're taking some pretty decent high ground right now, and honestly, the side of Joe Biden is kind of just sitting right below them. They can't do anything here. They can't walk at them without taking a lot of damage. There goes another turret from Daniel, I suppose. And now this is just a waiting game to see who cracks first. And it seems like the side of straight ahead has finally dropped. The tanks. The flank from Pomku, and then the kill onto Arc. And now that's the worst way to start off an attack. Obi does seem to get an exit frag onto Pomku there, which could be useful if they can engage fast enough. But with Obi getting staggered, it's really not going to mean too much.
Yeah, that was it's rough because what their comp is playing is, you know, they're going for heavy shield break with the Hanzo and the McCree, but the Torb, they don't really care. Yes, you know, you can have spam damage. Yes, you'll probably break the shield first, but unless you're actually pushing into them, Joe Biden will not care. And oh my god, that's a...
Oh, the shatter from Q White Boy is just gross. This man is doing things that should not be illegal. This is absolutely disgusting. This is illegal. This is immoral. Another negative adjective that I can't think of, but I'm sure you can think of because you're smart. Any of them?
Minus. I don't know.
Long day?
Subtract, yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit late for you, you know. It happens to the rest of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Dragon coming in to start here. Great way to start this fight out here, but the bomb just zones him so well, forces the lamp so early, and Bunny just gets booped up, I believe. Obi does pick off the Ryan and the Baptiste, though. I didn't really see how. I guess Dragon is, or Hanzo is the hero, but now Q Whip has just a completely free shatter. Freest of his life, in fact, I'd say. And yep, there it is. And there's a follow-up from Arc on the McCree, and that should be a first point cap here. I believe this is actually faster than the side of Joe Biden capped first, though I could be wrong.
Believe so, because they couldn't solve the Bastion's problem, but they solved it eventually. Question: Has Daniel got ult yet? No. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But,
I'm just gonna maybe request just a little more damage. Just a little more damage. Maybe just.
They have so many shields. Like you have a Sigma and you have a Rhine and you're just fighting him all the time.
Just spam down an ankle.
Just shoot them.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah. Just.
I don't want to be too rude. You know, getting close to it though. Okay, Obi picks up Paracelsus from the other side of the map because that's how Hanzo works as a hero. Oh, okay. MTD. Just MTD. MTD.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No shot. Okay.
It should be fine. Yeah.
Honestly, that was
no
still
battle.
pretty decent. Like,
Yeah,
they used
that's
no
really,
ults there, and
that's
they
really
got
good for
Diva
them.
Mech.
I mean, they used the what's it called, the shatter, and they had already lost the BAP, so they needed to make a play, otherwise they were just going to lose that fight.
And they did, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
they played it very well, and now for the side of straight ahead, Sapi is still demeched. Getting close, dangerously close to it though. Oh, and gets picked out by it though, and now there's nothing to eat the window fire strike here. Daniel comes in with a Coom. Hydro. We're not gonna talk about that one, okay? Everybody else got high ground. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, you shouldn't have used that ult there from Daniel. Probably just save it for
A little
next
bit
time.
of trolling. Okay, Daniel makes a swap over the Mei. Like that a lot more than the funny
Yeah.
Torbjorn, say.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now
could work, but
yeah. Okay. The beat comes in. You know, I'm waiting for the beat. Come on. All right, there it goes. Beat. They drag it off the window, which is actually like a thing you wouldn't think about. Is that you can't stand behind, you can't shoot through the window if you're not really behind it or in LOS of it at all. So dragging it is actually a pretty decent way to answer it. But you can also just walk away, I guess. A little bit of shenanigans happening in match chat though. Okay, the respawns are really unfortunate for the side of Joe Biden. The Kree and the Rhine getting that late of a spawn just mean they can take so much space here. Actually, pretty solid wall just to delay them even for like a fraction of a second there. Because any time is worth it, especially when you're just trying to delay in time enough for your team to respawn here.
yeah.
Or your Rhine, really.
Joe Biden really need to get a fight win here, like especially now. Oh,
Oh, the bomb somehow picks up Obi-Wan. QWebI does fall, but that's really all the value they're gonna get here. They could try and go for a desperate shatter. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed. They have some pretty decent damage follow-up.
Don't do it.
Come
Don't do
on,
it.
listen
No.
to me. You got this,
Don't do it.
guys.
Don't do it. Reset.
I mean,
go away.
You should, but that doesn't mean
No.
you know. Okay.
They're gonna
Good ball.
they're gonna come back in with they have window and shatter and sigma ult, so they're just gonna flux, force lamp, shatter. Yep.
All right. That's a beautiful
now
flux
shatter.
there, answered by the beat, waiting for the shatter. The window is actually doing okay. Window high noon does just kill your entire team because
Yeah.
it was like a bajillion damage.
Yeah, they really need to get that shatter off. It looks like yeah,
They used it, but I just don't know where exactly.
yeah.
Seraphim making the swap over the Diva, which I actually like quite a bit more than the Sigma.
I think he went
at
with the
least in
shatter
Epic
as
one.
the high noon went off, or he went
Yeah,
at
that
the end there. That's
seems
rough.
about right.
They're just gonna have maybe 2 ults here. So.
Oh,
Oh,
what? What? That is not how that ability should work. Okay?
Okay.
No, get out of here. That's gross.
Okay.
Stop this. It
That's
wasn't
not
even
mine.
that good of a shatter. It didn't get any value, but it got the Diva Mech from Seraphim. QWebI being kind of hounded into a corner right now because of the high noon and main. Lamp used very early from Paracelsus as well, but getting dangerous close to that window could be exactly what they need. Sot B manages to poop Obi-Wan into their backline and then just 1v1 him because he was a character, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Seraphim. They should stagger Seraphim here. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be rough for Seraphim. Hopefully, they're gonna have one more fight here. It's gonna be rough for them. They're gonna have beat, maybe. That's about it. Into Shatter, Bomb, High Noon, and Mail. So, it's not looking great, but
Early bomb coming from Sot B doesn't pick up anything. Does force a little bit of time though. Wait, forces the
That's force
lamp
lamp.
actually.
yeah, that's
That's
big.
huge.
This
The
Mail's
breath
gonna be
coming in
massive
from
now.
Jimmy Blanca here. No real value coming in from that male. Actually, I say that, and then Seraphim immediately perishes. The shatter. It just looks like the end
Yeah.
for the side is straight ahead. And I mean, even with these picks, I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just, yep. Joe Biden has advanced into the second round of the bi-weekly British Brawl Proving Grounds. That's a pretty long title there, I must say. Forward business at Hayden. You know, I definitely say there were some bright spots from the side of straight ahead, but at the end of the day, you can't really compete with just how well the side of Joe Biden was playing the rush. Also,
Yeah.
Pomku, look at this guy go.
Oh, wow.
Wait a second. No.
Yeah, we thought it was through the window. No.
No, Pomku just comes in from the ceiling and just decimates them.
Tom Cruise is like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. Drops from the ceiling, just steals the information from the computer and gets out there. That was pretty clean from Bomku. Not really allowing straight ahead to just win which
Joe
is
Biden has advanced into this next round, playing the Dublin Drunks, I believe it is, which will definitely be an interesting game. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
a whole lot about the team. I know Spooky Snowboard is on it, and I like that guy. He's
big,
cool,
big.
but he smells too. You don't tell him that part though. Actually, don't tell him the cool part. Don't tell him I mentioned his name at all. I don't know if we're gonna have some interviews or gonna go right on ahead. Yeah. I'm just waiting, I guess. You just said interviews. I you know, suppose I'll never know. Mod check? Interviewees? No, you're not.
Okay.
All right.
Yo.
We've got some members from the side of Joe Biden in here. Daniel
Yo.
and
No, shut up. It's Yo Biden. Yo Biden. That's how you
Yo
pronounce it.
Biden.
Yes.
Yo Biden. Okay.
Yes.
My apologies. I may or not have been saying that wrong the entire time.
Oh. Damn.
No,
It's fine.
happens to the best of us. Okay. So, Rush. Good.
To be honest, I didn't watch the match. I'm just here for the funny. So.
Hey, I mean, I don't blame you. That
No,
happens.
we told our coaches that they could watch the showcase, so he's not a bad
Yeah.
coach. We let him.
Nah, I've heard nothing but horrific things about honestly. That guy, he kind
Yeah.
of smells.
No, yeah, literally, we got warmed up. We didn't take a point in the single warm up. We got absolutely stomped. Then we ran rush, and they decided to run rush with a mercy. So we are like, oh, we just win because we can press
Mercy
W.
Rush. Holy
Really,
shit.
and they can't. I had to return the MTD to Sam because Sam has boomed me in 2 tournaments. So I had to work him a little bit. I was charging like a maniac.
Make him take the L. Also, Pomku is the most stylish McCree I've ever seen. This man just goes for the most ridiculously stupid plays and just gets away with it.
That
You
is
can't
he is
keep
probably
letting
the
him
best.
do this.
Pomku is probably the best player on the planet currently.
That's true, actually. I agree.
He's better
That
than
is very true.
On 3rd point, he was like, "Do I go for the flank?" And they run into us. I have no shield. We're all about to die, and he drops like an angel from above to get a 3K.
Yeah.
We all thought
He
that
really he really saved you there.
Yeah.
we thought it came through the window. We were very confused. Like, oh yeah, window high noon happens. It happens. No, he just came from heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys like the Daniel DPS?
Yeah,
No.
I'd say it. Okay.
No,
It's rude.
it was fine, but maybe not on Torb.
I told
It
him
was-
if we rolled, I would let him play Torb first point
we
defense.
we played
then-
Torb. What?
We didn't roll,
Yeah,
but
you did play Torb.
it was either that or he was gonna play Doom. So I decided the
Torb,
lesser of 2
Torb,
evils. So
Torb. Yeah.
Why did he play Torb? What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. You might.
Okay,
Yeah.
this guy's out of here. I
think you just lost your coach.
Yeah. Sorry, C-Dub. You're on your own now.
it's all good.
I think that really should be it. Good job today. You hit some shatters that simply should not have happened.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
In fact.
I was kind of going off of the state that Jack Black hits. I'm bad at character names in Kung Fu Panda. You know that state he hits where he just feels everything. Yeah, that was kind of what I was doing. I wasn't really doing it off any logic. I was just kind of feeling the moment.
With that, I think we can wrap it up. You guys got to play your next game. You guys are gamers after all. Good luck in your next game, and that will be it from me and Cousin. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
The truth is obvious. The guilty party sits among us. It is none other than Mario.
me and Paul are going to be your new hosts for this last game. We're going to be seeing the Dublin Drunks go up against the Joe Biden, or the Yo Biden. Getting straight into Rialto, we're going to see these two teams clash to get their spot in the grand finals against Imposter Squad. Paul, what are your thoughts on this matchup? As much bias as possible.
Well, I have literally no bias ever. Never. No nepotism, no bias, no nothing. So if I had to say, I'd say that Joe Biden is going to win this match. No bias at all.
Very easily, you think, maybe?
Yes, very easily.
Okay. Well, you see, here's my problem with that.
Okay.
The Dublin Drunks, they do have Spooky on their team, who kind of did carry your other team, the Lost Guangzhou Titans.
Our other team.
Yes, but
I do
we're
agree
talking
with
about
you. I
you.
do agree
I'm
with
not. I'm not.
You
I'm
are-
not an egotistical type person, and we're gonna keep this conversation on you. Your other team, Lost Guangzhou
okay.
Titans. Spooky carried that team very hard. So,
Some could say that, although others could say that the recently 3.8 player Mara carried that match, or carried those
but
matches
that's
for us.
just wrong. Is the issue?
Okay. Well, we can have this discussion later, but I think we should talk about this match. I want to hear
Okay.
your opinions. I know you like Spooky, but do you actually think that the Dublin Drunks are going to win this?
You know, the Dublin Drunks, they've had their fair share of issues in the past, you know.
Yeah, a couple
disagreements,
hardships, yeah.
A couple hardships, some may say. You know, the Scrimbucks maybe not so on their side, but we all know how that goes. The Scrimbucks, the team with the Scrimbucks always loses. So, basically, I'm going to be looking at T-Swag08, aka Gerald. He's going to be pounding. Spooky is going to be pounding. The main tag matchup in this match is going to be one of the most interesting in the tournament. You got C-Dubs, aka Cute White Boy, for Yo Biden, and then Spooky for the Dublin Drunks, who I'm a big fan of that guy.
I agree. No bias as always, but Spooky and Q White Boy are two of the best tanks in the league, in my opinion.
Of all time.
Of all time, of course.
Of all time. Yeah. I you know, passion myself as a main tank player, so I'm very interested to see what these two players are going to be pulling out. On the other hand, we do have a lot of new people this tournament. So we're going to see how the proving grounds side of this event turns out with some of these guys or girls or in between wanting to make their name in the Avast Extended Universe community.
And I do think that they can do so. Stack Overflow and Music Man not here right now, of course, had somewhere else to be, but Stack Overflow really picking it up on the DPS. He's been popping off the entire time in scrims, in the official, really stepped it up. Just insane player, going to carry us to a victory.
Very nice. And on the other side of things for the Dublin Drunks, I'm seeing Thani, I think is how you pronounce that. I've never actually seen that player before, so we're going to see how they look. They're probably on the off tank here, judging on the slot that they're in. But it seems like we are going to get into map fairly soon, which is going to be Rialto, of course. Escort coming up, and then...
I don't know about that one. I'm getting some inside information that Turtle Shell on the side of Yo Biden is currently absent.
Oh.
And Yo Biden may have to put in the God Gamer himself, Daniel, to play support in his stead.
You know what? That works. But
never mind. I'm seeing the R's in the chat.
You're just
seems like we're going in.
You're just brainless.
Shut up. I can see different Discord channels than you can. I have all the information.
Is that right? Then how are you still wrong?
I was temporarily wrong, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Also temporarily right.
Listen to this guy.
Listen. Shut up, Dust.
Well, that's not... Is this supposed to be entertainment? I don't get it. Who's enjoying this? Nobody.
Really? Nobody else wants you to shut up? Okay.
Nobody else.
Can we focus on the match? Can we focus on the match?
I don't think that's a...
Yes, we finally made it into Rialto. Classically, we're following the boats around. Everybody's still spamming R. There's the Saskatchewan Rough Riders copy pasta in the chat.
That's tradition.
Go vote for him, by the way. Go vote for D.
Yeah, go vote for the Saskatchewan.
So, in the last 3 seconds before the round starts, now 1 second, what comps do you think they're going to play?
I'm thinking it's gonna be maybe a May 3 rush mirror with Lucio BAP support line and Ryan Diva tanking.
Oh, really? How perceptive of you?
Purely based off my intuition, of course. You
Okay,
know,
okay.
I fathom myself somewhat of a future seer, you know. So
yeah, of course.
Spooky and the squad, they're going to be posturing themselves for a spawn hold here. We'll see how successful that is. Not going to be holding the Infinity Corner, as it's called, which would be the second corner back. They instead want to take 2 fights. But I think
I do like this.
Pomku might have heard. He swapped Farah for a second to maybe break the spawn hold. Maybe they know.
Pomku, primarily his camp player, does have a pocket fair that he could pull out in case of emergency.
And of course,
it seems that
Bastion.
Yes, and his pocket bastion. It seems like they are ready for the spawn hold. The lamp comes out early from Paracelsus, and Q White Boy with the pin onto Spooky. That's an early pickoff from the side of Yo Biden. But Q White Boy falls soon after.
Gonna be fanning the hammer a lot here. And it was a slightly better wall, I think, for Zool than Stack Overflow, but as you can see from the ult charge, maybe Stack's been hitting a few more of the icicles on that side. So, window coming up here for Titan. They're gonna be engaging.
Ooh, Q White Boy falls very low with an excellent flash from Keith Swigo 8. The freeze coming in on him as well. He's getting CC'd everywhere. Lamps out from both sides. The window coming in from Titan. Can he find any kills? Yes, he does find Turtle Shell. They should be able to go in a little more aggressive with this.
And this fight has given Spooky enough time to actually come back. He's going to be a bit lower on the tank ult charge side. But, you know, at least they have all 6 for the spawn hold, actually continuing it. 1 minute off the clock already, deciding to go high ground now.
Ooh, the Deadeye comes out from Pomku. Oh, but Paracelsus falls early. He fell off the high ground and he's dead. Oh, but a counter pick onto Titan. That's big.
The Spooky
Swigo 8 does fall. Spooky finds an excellent swing onto Q White Boy.
No,
and it's looking pretty even right now, but Joe Biden is finding these extra kills, and they will be able to win this first fight, breaking the spawn hold of the Dublin Drunks.
And if they risked one more fight there, if they lost that fight again, it was starting to look pretty risky for the ult rotations, but Spooky saved his ult, so it's going to be a fairly even fight, maybe even a bit on the side of the Dublin Drunks, as we're going to see them going very aggro here now. Window dropped. Spooky run past it. Oh, the Shatter catches Stack Overflow. It's going to be cleaned up.
Stack Overflow down. It looks like the Dublin Drunks are just going to be rushing in with an excellent wall, blocking off their escape. It looks like they're going to be frozen and cleaned up. And I think this is it. This is where it happens. The Infinity Quarter is going to could prove too strong for Yo Biden.
It is.
However, Yo Biden with 4 closing on 5 ults. That is 1/2 an ult more than the Dublin Drunks. The banks are looking very big for them. The speed high noon coming out from the side of Yo Biden. The freeze coming out from Zool.
Blizzard. Counter bomb comes out. Spooky's gonna be cleaned up, zoned from that one, and another male
falls. Another male comes out from Stack Overflow. As Q White Boy has found 2 in this fight. It looks like they will be going in a little bit more aggressively here. Oh, the Shatter from Q White Boy finds 3! Absolute madman on the Reinhardt.
Respectable cleanup Shatter there. Spooky was not alive to block it, as he would always do, as Spooky is the most muscular and handsome man to grace this earth. But aside from that, they're only going to really have this window, which they can use across the bridge. A lot of damage coming out from that. Great wall,
very
too.
Good window for Paracelsus. Gets in a lot of damage early, and Spooky will fall. The lamps traded out from both sides, but Dublin Drunks is still at a man disadvantage. Zool tries to wall off the healing of Yo Biden, and Q White Boy is trapped in a corner, and he falls to Keith Swigo 8.
And Spooky's coming back with the Shatter. This could be massive from him. Let's see if he decides to drop it. He does, and it catches
Pomku's so good. Oh my god, Spooky's just better. Spooky's just better.
Spooky's so good. Don't see 9 though. It's still losable for them.
Oh, Spooky falls.
It's fine though, it's fine. They only got to clean up Sat B. Almost fine there. Thank god they didn't do that, but okay, Cito's coming back. Maybe they want to fight this, or maybe not, as he just gets melted and froze. Oh no. Tragedy.
Yeah, it looked like that was an attempt to force the overtime.
Oh yeah.
But with the resources low on Yo Biden, it looks like they will be full held on this first round.
Oh yeah. What a great Shatter for Spooky. recognizing that C-Dubs died. He had it on the way back. They didn't need to use anything else. Really good snowball from them. They zoned C-Dubs really, cute white boy, really good into the right room you see right there. And he was able to get flash right-clicked from QSwag08. So that really allowed them to clean up that fight, that initial isolation C-Dubs. But overall, a good attempt. This point can be very hard to hold, or very hard to push. So it's still entirely possible we see a reverse Fuller hold. See if they decide to pull out the spawn hold themselves.
I've seen it before. Even if they don't go for the spawn hold, holding that corner there can be very deadly.
Yes, it can.
So we'll see what happens. It looks like we're going. Oh, not a mirror composition this time. It looks like Dublin Drunks are going to be pulling out Zool on the Junkrat.
Just to break the spawn hold when they see it, it's not happening. They're going to go back to the maze, my expectation. But maybe a bit of a pocket strat from Zool. He's going to go on the flank. Maybe he's been studying his Jake Fods. So
yeah,
we'll
I can see that
works
happening.
out for him.
I can see that happening. But we'll see if he swaps.
Alright, here it comes. They exit out the top.
Zool walking back to spawn to swap. Okay.
Okay.
It looks like. Yes?
Yeah,
yes, he swaps back to the main. No
Okay.
close hold from Yo Biden, so no need to stay on the Junkrat.
Respectable from them, and we are going to see the classic Infinity Corner hold.
What nice wall.
Pretty aggressive, but it gets broken by the payload. Maybe not the value they were hoping for, but it does force clamp, so that's enough. A counter wall.
He should be able to push more aggressively, but C-Dub falls early. He got walled himself.
Trade
and
for the
Sadby loses the mech.
Sadby does lose some mech here, and it looks like that might just be it.
Paracelsus did find one
up.
counter pick, but it doesn't. It looks very unlikely that Yo Biden will be able to win this fight. With the stagger kills coming in, it's looking less and less likely like they'll even have a full fight as a recontest.
No, but Paracelsus does have window. Their one saving grace is going to be matched by Titan, unfortunately. C-Dubs just has
C-Dub
to push
gets walled
right past
early.
that to his death. Oh, Deadeye just gets killed by Paracelsus. A lot of
The
counter
numbers are
coming
even.
out now.
The mail comes out from Stack Overflow.
It could be happening.
It could be big.
Oh.
No, but Dublin Drunks are
bomb.
finding the kills, and they will be able to push the payload to the end.
Yeah.
The
great
Dublin
first
Drunks with a fantastic first hold. And
Yeah,
an
and when
excellent
I
push
said-
on their offense. That was very good.
And when I said Spooky is the most handsome man to grace this planet, I was not joking. We will see. Here's C-Dubs. He will be walking for as the 3-man shatter dropped. Very classy. Classy from him.
You would think that Spooky being so handsome would get to play the game. Perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the algorithm is just designed to, favor
Oh,
cute
yeah,
more than
okay.
handsome. So, happens. Or maybe the algorithm is racist. Well, I'm not going to talk about that too
What?
much. So, next map, it's going to be hybrid, right? I think.
Yes, next map type is hybrid.
So what have you been scrimming for the hybrid maps?
We've been scrimming mostly Eichenwald. I'd
Mostly
like to see them go
Eichenwald.
to Eichenwald. We've been scrimming a lot. We did very well, even when we had Daniel in, which we will have to sub in, or Yo Biden will have to sub in Daniel for this next map.
You say that
But-
as if... Well, what is the context? What are you implying there, Paul?
What are you talking about? Huh?
When you say even when we have to sub Daniel in, what are you trying to say?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Let's just say that there's a reason that Daniel is not a starter for this team. I won't go into too many details why. It could be it's behind the scenes. I don't wanna bore you with the details, of course, but
Could be anything, really.
yeah, it could be anything. It could be anything. But he will be subbed in, and there were 2 subs for Dublin Drunks. Yes, it was Burns and Pluto
Yeah, that
and
sounds
Flaws.
right.
Flaws
I
is
mean,
in. Yes, Flaws is
yeah,
in for
Flaws
Keith
is
Swag 08.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, Zul's still in, yeah. Key Swagger 8. Also known as Gerald. Going to be subbing out. So let's
Given
see
these
how this
swaps, who do you think has the advantage? Coming into this next map?
Spooky doesn't lose. That's all I
Oh,
gotta
really?
say.
What about
I
last
don't-
week?
Never seen.
Or last tournament?
He didn't play last tournament.
Oh, that's true.
Hello? Brain cell check?
Yeah, okay. You got me there. So what are you thinking in terms of compositions, huh?
I'm gonna say, you know, of course, obviously, again, based purely off my supreme intellect, I'm gonna say we're gonna be seeing some rush.
Oh, okay. An excellent guess.
Think?
An excellent guess.
Obviously, you've been scrimming this map, so
With
probably rush for first
with my
point.
even more superior intellect, I'm gonna also say the rush.
Daniel.
But this is what I talked about earlier. The pocket Pharah pick from FaZe Pumpku.
Oh. So it's not a rush. It's a brawl.
Yes, you're right. But how do you think the Pharah will stack up against the no hit scan composition of the Dublin Drunks, huh?
This is obviously an advanced read coming out from the coaching staff of the Yo Biden, and we're gonna see if Palmku can either pop off, find the angs, you know, or Flaws maybe does his calculus, does his homework, able to hit all the arrows.
Does the geometry, yeah.
Does the geometry, you know. All right, they're gonna be rolling out on it now. Mercy pocket on the Pharah, super jumps up. It's gonna be going on the flank here, kind of poking around the mid tower.
Already poking from behind. Flaws falls very low.
They're getting very sandwiched here. The side of Dublin Drunks, but the rush will come in. This is a good rush. Bit split though. Both teams will end up backing off.
Ooh, but Flaws finds a very early pick on the Paracelsus, but a counter trade coming in from Pomku. He finds Zul.
Yeah, you will see Pomku get peeled away from the defense matrix of Pluto. And Spooky will go down here, so maybe some attacking chances for Yo Biden. As we'll see them posture aggressively. They're going to go in.
Yeah, they are down a healer, but they should be looking to start aggressing. Daniel is TPing into the back line. He's laying in the damage. Pomku dies to Flaws, but is rezzed immediately after.
Wow.
Pomku with the barrage very early finds Zul and found Titan early before that.
Yes,
and it looks like Yo Biden will be winning this fight.
They will come out on top. Spooky tried to chase Paracelsus into the backline there, not quite successful, but you know what happens. Now you're going to probably see the counter comp come out. I like the Echo. Maybe going to take the 2v1 in the skies where it's harder to hit you. So maybe this is Zul's brain showing. I can see the wrinkles on him.
That could be this could be difficult for Zul. Without the pocket of a mercy, I think the 2v1 will go in the way, or should go in the way, of Pomku on the Pharah. But this could be Burns closing in on the beat. He could be looking to use beat. Oh. Yeah, Paracelsus with a netto onto Pomku very early. He's trying to find some picks up on the high ground. But Turtle Shell with it falls to an excellent shot from Flaws. The Shatter from C-Dub finds Spooky.
He will just miss the pin.
But nobody will die in Pluto with 2 from the bomb.
That's a nice bomb from Pluto. Very good placement there from him. They will be staggering the Baby Diva. Sadby not having the most fun time. He will remech and then just get demeched again.
Another cringe stagger. Another cringe stagger.
What a great buff, do you think? Don't you think that's a great buff?
What a great buff. It definitely buffed Diva so much.
Oh
She's
yeah,
a better character
that
now.
one helps. That one definitely helps. Anyways.
That buff really prevented that stagger.
0-0 mentality side of Yo Biden here. They're coming out next fight. They're gonna have almost both DPS ults. They're gonna have the Valkyrie and the bomb. But on the other side, we're gonna see if Spooky's Earthshatter can get a lot of value as he's known to get. So, very interesting fight. Winning chances for both teams. See if they can recognize the win cons though. Oh, that's a win con.
Oh my god! Flaws absolutely dominated Pumpkin with a very nice headshot early into the fight. Spooky drops down from the top ropes and finds a shatter onto Paracelsus.
Great shatter.
And with those 2 early picks and Flaws finding another, it looks like the Dublin Trunks will be winning this next fight.
And you know, some people might be laughing at Spooky for— oh
Oh, Spooky
Okay,
gets
I'm
spooked
laughing
off
at
the
Spooky
map!
for that one. I'm
He gets
laughing at
spooked off the
Spooky for
map
that
by
one.
Sad B. Sad B finds 2, even though the fight is pretty much lost. Flaws with a nice body shot at the Pomku high in the air.
Spooky, I wanted
See-
to compliment you so bad.
The players from Yo Biden are coming back, and it looks like they will be able to turn the tide in this fight. All off the back of Sad B finding 2 very late kills.
Yeah, that's rough, and they're gonna have a lot of ults to snowball this next fight. On the other side, though, there will be ults to match, as 4 of them on the side of Dublin Drunks. They're gonna be rushing out. Daniel TP's behind.
The copy coming out from Zool. Flaws finds 2 with the dragon. Oh, but Daniel falls and isn't able to get value out of that Reaper ult.
Pomku's just gonna be resetting here. Turtle
Yes,
Shell
it
will be
looks like they
cleaned
will
up
be doing that.
very soon after. So, next fight, you're gonna see the Barrage, Shatter, and almost double support ults side of Joe Biden. But for Dublin Drunks, you got the bomb, of course. Buddha got the bomb, and then Titan got the window. We're gonna see if that can get a lot of work in early, but
Oh, but Titan with a very, very early pick onto Daniel.
Titan said, I don't need that window. What's that window doing for me?
Yeah,
Just
who needs a
lands all
window
the
when you can just
headshots.
lay in the damage anyway?
Yeah. So, Daniel sent back to spawn early.
Yeah, that will definitely decrease the amount of time that Yo Biden has to push this. But now they're coming in aggressive.
And there's the window dropped. Counter Shatter picks up 3 from Cute White Boy. They're gonna be engaged. They're gonna be able to engage off this as the kills are flowing in for them now. Another great arrow from Claus. Doing a lot of work this fight. We're gonna see if he drops the dragon. He will. On point, the cleanup's gotta happen. They're still on a
Burns
lot
with
of
the
time
beat as well.
beat. As Flaws gets another, he's had 3 so far in the fight. Massive value from the Hanzo so far. But he will get cleaned up now. As Spooky has come back from spawn though. Paracelsus will die and Spooky just swings on C-dubs. Yeah, you hate to see it. The
It looks like
stagger
it's
is going
just,
out.
it's just the Fair Mercy from the side of Yo Biden here. It does not look like they will be able to push this.
Yeah, unfortunate for them. They just didn't manage to clean up Flaws early, and there's already 40% to another dragon, so farming those really fast. Quite the savant on the Hanzo.
Yeah, it does look like we will be coming into the last fight here. Yo Biden is closing on both tank ults. However, Dublin on the side of Dublin Drunks, they have both of their tank ults already. So we will see if the Dublin Drunks can set the tempo and use their ults first, and see whether or not they can get value out of them.
Also, swaps to a more traditional rush competition. Flaws takes Paracelsus again.
Another pick from Flaws, and C-dub falls off the map!
No!
Oh, this is looking
There he
tragic for
goes.
Yo Biden.
It is tragic.
With only 2 left, Sadbeep uses the bomb. He finds a pick on the Burns. If he can stall for long enough, maybe his team can get back, but he's demeched, and now he's dead, and it does not look like anyone is going to be able to touch.
That fight was really
Daniel was very close to touching, but Dublin Drunks with an excellent hold on second.
It was a tragedy in one part, and that part was Eichenwald Bridge. So we're gonna see the defense now from Yo Biden. We'll see if they can hold him. Other map, they were not quite successful on the hold, but maybe things will change now, as you've obviously had a lot of practice on this map, a lot of counter strats. So maybe we'll see some specialty stuff coming out. Any insight onto that?
I would not be surprised to see Pomku on the Pharah, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see him swap off the Pharah. He was getting kind of bodied by Flaws in the Hanzo, so I would not be surprised if they swap to a more traditional comp like this, and see if they can take the duel man-to-man.
So basically what you're saying is it's either Pharah or no Pharah for Pomku. It's one of those 2 options?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you know what, that does make sense now, doesn't it? Well, we're gonna see him coming on the Kree on the Hanzo May Rush on the other side. Dublin Drunks, a signature for them at this point with Flaws on the Hanzo. Really
He has been
making
performing very well this match.
doing God's work out here.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna see rounds about to start. We'll see the path that they take, where they choose to take their engagements. It looks like they're setting up for an early wall here. Maybe want to take a little bit of momentum. See how this works out. They come out of spawn. Will they be aware? Will they be ready?
Ooh,
Spooky
Daniel with a
gonna be
very early
walled.
wall. Spooky gets walled off and he gets frozen, but the lamp from Titan is able to save him. Pomku falls early to Zul. The lamp's traded out.
It just seems like they can't clean up the kills on the side of Joe Biden. Every time they get an early wall, it's just lamp and then they die. So,
Pomku fell early and they had to just continue backing constantly. They gave up so much space there.
yeah. And now it's going to be rough as Spooky's already got the shatter. 25% for Cute White Boy. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
as he just
the-
kind of got swung on that fight.
The ultimate bank for Yo Biden is not looking good here. And giving up that
No.
first point is just horrendous for them.
They're going to be going up the grass, as should be
Ooh,
done.
the wall on top of the wall.
Spooky!
And a shatter from Spooky.
5 man, that's
Finds
sneakers.
5 people. 5.
He's gonna clean up 2 of them too. Oh my god, look at him go.
And all this time, the Dublin Drunks getting the cart time, getting the cart pushed.
Yeah, you're gonna see Pluto on the cart. He do be doing his job. Or no, it was Burns maybe.
Burns on the cart. Wait,
Or I
who's on
think
the
it
cart
was
now?
both of them. Maybe both of them. Spooky already 40% to another shatter here. They're gonna have almost every single other ult. Meanwhile,
Yeah, but the old bank from Joe Biden is looking much better
Improved.
coming into this fight. Yes, Paracelsus with an early window gets walled off by his own team accidentally. The excellent zoning dragon from Flaws doesn't find any kills, but forces the lamp.
they're all so low on the side of Yo Biden. They're gonna be pushing the window.
Oh, Stat B is demeched. Now there's nothing to stop Flaws from popping in shots, and Pluto sends in the bomb and finds 2!
Both supports, and that's just gonna be it.
Oh,
Wow.
and nobody contested the cart! So Dublin Drunks take the map and the match just like that. And they
MVP
find
Spooky.
their way into the grand finals.
Flaws may have played better, but I like Spooky.
Yeah, if Flaws is definitely my player of the match. He found an insane number of picks just in like every other fight that just absolutely what's the word? I'm blanking.
Yeah, you know what? We can agree to disagree here.
Really? We're disagreeing? You think it's Spooky? Spooky had a couple good shatters,
I like Spooky.
but I think yeah, I understand you like Spooky.
You
but I
know
think-
Spooky's value on a team. You know he shot calls everything. He probably called all those headshots from Flaws.
Will
You
you
ever think about that? You ever think about that, huh?
I think the duel in the Ryans was pretty even throughout the match. Spooky did
but
have
that's
the
'cause
upper
Cute White
hand.
Boy's cute and Spooky's handsome.
Yes, that's true. I think Spooky did take the upper hand from time to time, but Key White Boy was definitely holding his own and had a couple
yeah.
good shatters of his own.
I like that guy. I like him too. But just because I like people doesn't make him player of the match, Paul. What do you think? You think I have some nepotism going on here? Never. Never from me.
Yes.
Never from me.
Yes.
So, I will go ahead and announce Spooky as player of the match there.
That's okay.
Congrats to him. Congrats to Spooky.
Okay. It looks like we have
Actually, that's insane how well we did, especially with like
Quite a few interviewers.
I'm sorry. How many people are in this voice channel right now?
the
whole team.
Holy shit.
Too many.
It's feeling a
All
bit
of the
crowded, I
Dublin
might have
Drunks
to leave.
and then
Yes.
yeah, Dublin Drunks together strong.
Hey, Spooky, how you doing?
won a map. Or game, yeah.
Hey Spooky, how you doing?
Won a game, finally. Let's go.
Alright, question time.
Oh,
Spooky,
man.
how does it feel to be the best player, period, in Overwatch?
That's a good question. I feel
Really,
like
that was the narrative on stream, was you just being the best player ever.
I felt like it was definitely not a Spooky difference, but it was a team difference.
Oh,
I definitely would say that. I definitely think that both of the divas today played very well, and that's who I would give it to, was the diva play and eating all that stuff.
yes, I did see a lot of good eats, a lot of very good diva bombs as well.
Yep, that's pretty true. Paul, do you got any questions you want to ask to one of these teams?
Yes, I do have a couple of questions. So, your opponent in the next match, you've made it to the finals. Your opponent in the next match,
Don't lose to an Among Us themed team, please.
please don't lose to an Among Us team, but how are you guys feeling about this next match, huh?
That's so true. Also, we're not at our full potential right now as well. We just got
Yeah.
Floss back from, you know, he was
Yeah.
grounded.
Grounded.
From personal
He was
stuff.
grounded,
He
bro.
was grounded for the last.
Flaws was grounded. We got him back.
Flaws
We
on
win.
Eichenwald again. He keeps
And I
being-
finally
So
came out.
I actually feel bad
Hybrid
for
Walk
Turtle Shell.
Chamber.
Yeah.
Hey. You know what? I've been wrong today, and the only way you can write this wrong is by voting for Jasmine in sub 24.
Oh, so true.
Let's get this guy out of here.
I voted for you, but
Check out.
yeah, I voted.
I also know a really smart thing you can do. You can go follow at white_boy79 on Twitter.
Somebody ban that guy.
He's got
That is a
Get him,
bad
get him
idea.
out of here,
That is
get
a
him
bad
out of here.
Out
idea.
of here.
Somebody ban that guy.
Yo, can we ban Hayden?
Can I say
All right,
something?
One last question for all of you, and then we gotta wrap it up here.
No,
Who did
no,
you vote
let's try
for
to
as your first pick in the
Doesn't matter.
sub tourney?
No one.
What? No, let Stratchy
Wow.
say what she wanted to say. That's a dumb question.
Hi, I just wanted to say I'm really proud of my team. We've had a rough week. We've lost a lot of players. We've had a bit of drama, but we came back strong. We scrimmed almost every day this week. We did really well, really well. I was not expecting this, but I'm very, very, very happy with the results. And I can't wait to dominate finals tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys played really well. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you all tomorrow in the finals.
Thank you.
All right, and that will wrap it up for bi-weekly British Brawl number, whatever it is, 4,
This
I
is
think
4?
now. Day 2. So
Oh, yeah, this is the proving grounds. The proving grounds.
This is the proving grounds too. So if you saw anyone you liked, if there's any captains, scouts in the chat, you know what you've seen today, and you'll have more tomorrow when we see the grand finals coming out like 8. I don't know. Apparently don't have a time figured out, but that's like a good estimate. 8 Eastern. Thank you all for watching, and that's it from me.
This broadcast is sponsored by the amazing members of this community who are running for captain. V, Turtle Shell, and Hayden have decided to run for captain, and as members of this community, it would be greatly appreciated if you could vote for them so we could have some British representation in the draft. Thank you so much for watching, and now back.
Oh yeah. One more thing.